Okay, so then I got a question again about fragrances, and yes, I do have a lot of fragrances. As I've said, I kind of grew up with fragrance with my mom and my grandma. There's 3 girls in the family, so I am the middle child. So we also had all of our own kind of perfume tastes, and we still like to share and swap perfume to this day. So I was laughing with my sister the other day. I used to love to wear Coco Chanel. So you guys, my fragrance obsession has been since I was young. And I was talking to my sister the other day, and we were laughing about how I had come home for Christmas from college, and I had received a Coco Chanel little set. So it had the perfume, and then it had like a dusting powder and the body lotion. And if you are familiar with Coco Chanel, that is kind of a strong fragrance. You guys, I loved those strong fragrances in my early 20s. I used to love Paloma, Picasso. I'm trying to think. My sister wore Obsession from Calvin Klein, but you know, those kind of like in your face kind of fragrances. And we were laughing about, we were getting ready for I think it was a New Year's Eve party, all 3 of us, and I was putting on my, I was doing my layering with my new set. I had put on the body lotion, and then I was taking the big powder puff and I was putting on the powder and then spritzing myself with the perfume. And my sister was like, oh my gosh, you're like a piece of chicken, like you're battering yourself up like with the buttermilk, and then I'm putting on the coating with the powder. And it was just so funny because you guys, I am sure that I smelled amazing but very strong. And I still remember what I was wearing to this party. I had on these like white pants with this Angora sweater, so it was really fluffy, and I just am laughing to this day about that because I'm sure I was a little bit oversprayed. It was just the way I rolled back then. But anyways, so many fun fragrance memories throughout all the years. So my sister was teasing me about how I would just coat myself up with all the fragrance, and then I was teasing her because I had come to visit her. She went to college in New York City, and we had ended up partying just a wee bit, and we had to get in the cab to go see my parents. I had stayed with her in her dorm, and she had ended up spraying a bunch of Obsession perfume, and we were a little bit hungover, and I literally, the smell of that perfume was just making me just completely get sick. I had to ask the cab to like pull over. It was not a good situation, and guess what? My parents were not very thrilled with us. So I will always remember, so she always remembers me by Coco Chanel putting on the chicken batter, and then I always remember Obsession from her. Just always will think of New York and Obsession in the taxi cab. So we were having a good laugh about that, but that's the fun of fragrances. It just brings back so many memories. So I digress. Okay, I got some more fun questions that have just come in. Crystal wants to know my skincare routine. She's so sweet. She said, your skin is the stuff of legend. Thank you, but I wear makeup. I'm not saying that, you guys. I appreciate all the kind words. I do take care of my skin. And again, I will do a full routine for you. So I mentioned a few BR items that are of my obsession right now. I've done several skincare videos. I have not changed up much, but I definitely will give you guys an updated one. I really appreciate you guys saying that. I've always been a beauty junkie. I pretty much always taken care of my skin. I'm a big believer in beauty from the inside out, so I do try to eat well. I'm not perfect on that front, but I will definitely show you my skincare routine. You're very, very sweet. Crystal wants to know what I do for work. So you guys, I am a holistic health coach. I'm a personal trainer. I'm a yoga instructor. So that is kind of like my main job. I also obviously am a beauty junkie. So love doing YouTube and have been doing that for the past 2 years. And that's been kind of a fantastic outlet for me because this has always been my passion. Previous to being a health coach, I've been one for about a decade now. I worked in corporate America. I was a marketing manager. So believe it or not, I actually even worked for Coca-Cola. So I worked kind of in the marketing kind of manager, media kind of buying stuff. So that was my background. I worked for CoStar Group in LA. We've moved around a little bit. So when I had kids, I actually tried to find a job that would be a little bit more flexible. I've even been a real estate agent before, and guess what? You think that's going to be flexible, but it's really not, because when someone wants to buy a house, you need to be there spot on. So that's a little bit of my background, but my main business is I have one-on-one clients that I help them get happy and healthy. I do seasonal detox programs, so that's been a mainstay of my business for the past 7 years. So I do seasonal eating programs 4 times a year, and it's been so fun because now I'm getting to know some of you guys who signed up for my last detox a little bit more. So my next one's going to come up in September. I am working on recipes as we speak, so I'm really excited for that, but you'll get more information about that in the future. Okay, so it says, can you share your memory of your first luxury makeup purchase? For example, what was the product and why did you purchase it? Did you love it? So you guys, my obsession with makeup goes all the way back to the teen years. Used to totally be drugstore junkie. I loved my Seabreeze and Noxzema. I always was into routines. I do remember getting the whole Mario Badescu. Is it Mario? I do remember getting the Mario Badescu whole little routine. I had to order it, but like, you know, Martha Stewart used it, so I was like, I gotta get this stuff. But I also think about the Clinique, the like 3-step regime. So a lot of skincare stuff. That's what I'm saying. I was like really into skincare when I was younger, and then into makeup. I remember getting the Lancome, oh my gosh, I think it was a kohl eyeliner, and I want to say it was black. Oh God. Oh my gosh. It was the kohl eyeliner, and I just had to look it up. It was black lapis. And you guys, that was just my look. So I would use the black lapis eyeliner, pretty much just an eyeliner and mascara girl, but just loved that. But then I'm thinking of like a true memory of like luxury was when I was living in LA and I went to buy my first little pot of La Mer. There's actually 2 things that I went to go buy, but I had to go to Barney's in Beverly Hills to purchase it. And in the olden days, guys, people were a little bit snotty at places like Barney's and Neiman's and stuff. Like my husband and I walked in there, and let's see, I was in my I was probably 30 years old. So, I mean, I was old enough. I had a job. But I had saved up my little pennies to buy my La Mer Creme de la Creme. And I went to the intimidating lady. When we walked in, my husband and I felt very out of place. We were kind of California casual dressers. And I went in to get my little Creme de la Mer. And the lady at the counter was just, trying to sell me the bigger one. At the time, I think it was $150, which was going to be a lot for this like little pot of the Miracle Cream. I remember like Jennifer Lopez used it. She used to coat her whole body in it. I was like, I have got to get it. So I remember specifically going in and getting that product. I also wanted to get the Kevyn Aucoin, the little pot, that little pot of foundation. That was like so intense. Like I was just obsessed with that. So I did also pick that up that day at Barney's, and I could not wait to get out of there because it was just not like how it is today where everybody's so nice and all the exchange. I could be a little bit older, but I just find that the people who are at the makeup counters are always so sweet, and regardless if I'm in New York or not. But that is just a very specific luxury kind of item, was picking up that La Mer and that Kevin Aucoin little foundation in the pot. I had to have it. So those are those kind of memories. Okay, I almost forgot, you guys. I have to go head to the orthodontist. I'm almost done with my Invisalign, and yes, I think it was totally worth it. But I'm to my last little appointment. I had promised to do a white shirt. I was on the hunt for the perfect white shirt, and I had mentioned that I'd picked up one from Ann Mashburn and another one from Shirtini. And Shirtini is down in Charleston, South Carolina, one of my favorite little cities in the world. And I have to say, someone was asking me between the two, which one do I like better? And I think they are both fantastic, but I'm going to go with Shirtini. And the reason why is the Ann Mashburn is just beautiful, but the sizing was a little bit, like, it's a little bit narrow through here. I'm a little bit broader through my shoulders, and so I felt like I ended up getting a medium. I generally wear like a small in shirts, but the way that it was fitting in my shoulders, I didn't like the way that it was felt a little tight through my shoulders. So although I do love the Ann Mashburn, that's someplace that I would say you would want to go and try them on because of the fitting of certain styles, clearly. But I will say the perfect white shirt from Shirtini here is just beautiful. I love the big kind of French cuffs here. It is just absolutely gorgeous. I got it in a size small, which is kind of perfect. I didn't want this to be super fitted, but I did want to mention between the two of these, I would go with Shirtini. And again, you guys, I am learning how to do kind of those kind of more fashion-y kind of things where you can see me in my mirror, how to photograph that. So please be patient with me. I am still learning so many things on YouTube that the technology part will kind of slow me up. But do love both of those white shirts. Yes, I'm glad I got them. If I'm going to purchase another one, I think I'm going to go with Shirtini, just simply because of the way the sizing is. I think that because I have a little bit more of a broad shoulders, I kind of enjoyed the Shirtini fit a little bit better. Okay, you guys, this was super fun. I just wanted to catch up on some questions that people have been asking, and I said I would do videos for. Just know that I am trying to work as hard as possible, and I will eventually get to those questions if I've missed any. But I hope you guys are having a fantastic start to your week, and I will be back with another video soon.